Today, I'm flying on one of Indonesia's full-service carriers on a flight between Bali and Perth, Australia, on board Batik Air. After being in Bali for about a month, it was finally time for me to go on my next adventure. I traveled to Perth to do some plane spotting and to fly on one of the longest flights in the world, where I flew from Perth to London on board Qantas. That's the video coming after this one. Now it's time to head to Igusti Ngurah Rai International Airport for my flight to Perth. Igusti Ngurah Rai International Airport is the only passenger airport in Bali. Opened in 1931 by the Dutch, it was later taken over by the Japanese during their occupation of Indonesia during World War II. It was later returned to Indonesia after they received their independence from the Dutch and was significantly expanded. The airport is named after Igusti Ngurah Rai, a colonel who commanded Indonesian forces during the Indonesian fight for independence. Bali Airport has two main terminals, the International Terminal, which accommodates flights going outside of Indonesia, and the domestic terminal, which accommodates flights traveling inside of Indonesia. Today I'm flying out of the International Terminal. The International Terminal's architecture is inspired by traditional Balinese architecture with a modern element to it. My flight number for today is ID 6007. Before you enter the main check-in hall, you have to go through a security check and only passengers with a ticket may enter the check-in area. Batik Air uses the E-counters at Bali Airport alongside the other low-cost carriers. The E-counters are kind of hidden away in a corner of the check-in hall and you have to go downstairs in order to find them. Check-in took a long time as it was quite busy, with the majority of the passengers being Australian tourists who are returning home after their vacation to Bali. Bali is a favorite holiday destination for Australian tourists, seeing a large number of young travelers, families and surfers visiting the island. You may notice that my boarding pass says Lion Air. That's because Batik Air is the full-service airline of the Lion Air group. Lion Air itself is Indonesia's largest low-cost airline, even bigger than the country's national carrier, Garuda Indonesia. The Lion Air group also owns Wings Air, which focuses on connecting smaller cities in Indonesia, and Super Airjet, an airline designed for millennial travelers, or at least that's what I've been told. Outside of Indonesia, the group also operates Batik Air Malaysia and Thai Lion Air. I hadn't had breakfast yet, so I decided to get something to eat at Revolver. I would not recommend coming here because everything is overpriced and the quality is not worth the price. This little plane you see taking off belongs to Wings Air, a member of the Lion Air group. My gate is 6B, a bus gate. Before entering the waiting area, they made passengers throw away any liquids we had. This plane belongs to Vistara. At the time of editing this video, Vistara no longer flies to Bali. Instead, the flight has been taken over by Air India. Here is our plane for today. Papa Kilo Lima Alpha Whiskey, an 8-year-old Airbus A320-200 which had its first flight in March 2016. Let's take a look at the seat map of today's plane. This Airbus A320 is configured with 12 seats in business class in a 2-2 configuration and 144 seats in economy class in a 3-3 configuration, totaling 154 seats. Today I am sitting in 7F, a window seat located on the right side of the aircraft. This is what the seat looks like. They are upholstered with leather and are comfortable to sit in. These seats don't offer much legroom. I am 193 centimeters tall or 6 foot 4 inches and there was not much space left over for my knees. There is an in-flight entertainment monitor, however it did not work throughout the flight. Batik Air has Wi-Fi on board where you can stream the in-flight entertainment to your device. You do have to download an app in order to use it, which I didn't do before the flight, so I was not able to access it. After a 15-minute delay, we finally pushed back to start our journey to Perth. Let's take a look at what's inside the seat back pocket. Inside the seat back pocket you'll find the safety card, the in-flight magazine, and a booklet to help you connect to the in-flight entertainment. The crew came round with a snack service. There were no meals on offer, only some snacks such as noodles and some drinks. What I found quite inconvenient was that they did not accept my card and that they only accepted Australian dollars, which I found quite inconvenient, which I did not have Australian dollars at the time. So a passenger sitting behind me offered to pay for my Sprite. Let's check out the lavatory. There really isn't too much to say about this lavatory. It only had basic amenities in it, such as hand soap. Not too long before our arrival, the crew came round with a pre-landing service. They handed out water bottles and a piece of bread with some chocolate in it. As we start our descent, I want to give my thoughts on Batik Air. I'm not gonna lie, I did not have high expectations for this flight, since it is an airline owned by the Lion Air Group, so I know that it wasn't going to be the most amazing product. And I was right not to expect much. First of all, I was disappointed that the IFE screens were not working and that Batik Air makes you stream the content to your mobile device. Personally, I prefer to watch content through the IFE system than through my phone. Secondly, why couldn't I pay with my card? All the other airlines I've flown with accept major card brands, so why do you only accept Australian dollars? They didn't even accept my Indonesian rupiah, which surprised me because it is an Indonesian airline after all. In the end, I would say Batik is just simply an okay airline to fly with. I would want to try the business class seat one day to see what a low-cost carrier's full-service airline is like in business class. Thank you to everyone for watching. This was Aviation, and I'll see you in my next video.